Hello, Market Irish Football Fan TV. This is the player ratings from Republic of Ireland nil, Wales 1 in Cardiff City Stadium. And it's a game that I felt as though we probably didn't deserve to lose, but we lost again. It's another game without a goal. But I'm going to give them player ratings. I'm going to give Darren Randolph a 7 just purely because he was largely left quiet for the game, and then when he needed to come up with some good saves, he did, especially the one where Brooks was one on one with him and he managed to tip that over the bar somehow. I thought that was a fantastic save. People might say he might have been at fault for the goal. I think the centre halves are at fault for that goal. Two of them going for the one ball, and then obviously the ball coming back across from Bale for then Brooks to get in ahead of the two centre backs again. So I think they're the ones that are at fault for that goal. But look, I could understand why people might blame Darren, but I'm going to give Darren a 7 on this occasion, and it doesn't get any higher than that. It doesn't get much better than that in this case. So at right back, Matt Doherty, I'm going to give him like, I don't know, 5.5. I didn't think he got going at all. I felt as though he couldn't get into the game whatsoever. He's far better at left back than he was at right back against England, and then again tonight at right back he played. I didn't think he was that good at all, and yeah, it's hard to give anyone a rating above 6, to be honest. I didn't think that we were amazing at all. But Doherty, for me, he didn't do a whole lot. Didn't do a whole lot wrong, mind you, but did do a whole lot. Didn't affect the game in any way. I suppose defensively he was sound, so I'll give him a 5.5. Duffy, it's a bit of a strange one. I'm going to give Duffy a 5. I didn't think he was that good at all. I felt as though he probably should have scored a couple of goals as well. He's just going through an awful run of form at the moment, and you have to just feel sorry for him at this moment in time. And I know other people will say, "Oh, he's a professional footballer on X amount of money," but he's a human being at the end of the day as well. And I just think he's gone through a rough patch. I think we need to get behind him rather than slating him and slaughtering him. So I think he will come good again, and he's probably been Ireland's best player for about 3 years anyway. So I think he's entitled to a couple of bad games. But even at that, I thought he defended well, barred the goal, and it was just those little errors at this marginal errors at this level will cost you, and it did tonight. So unfortunately, he gets a 5. Kevin Long beside him 5 as well. Looked good at times. At times, just didn't do a whole lot. Again, it doesn't really stand out for me. I think that's probably part of the problem why he doesn't play that often for Burnley up until the last lockdown. He doesn't stand out. He doesn't do anything amazing or anything like that. He just pretty much keeps everything simple. It's probably what you want from a centre back as well. But for me, he just didn't do anything to affect the game tonight, and didn't do anything for me in terms of wanting him to see him maybe stick around in that position. I think there's far better options with Daryl O'Shea and John Egan and other players. So I think I'm going to give him a 5 as well. I'm going to give Daryl O'Shea a 6 as well because he played as a left back largely. Yeah, for that pretty much till he came off, played left back, and I thought he played quite well. I felt as though it was a bit of a surprise actually because I thought Doherty was going to start as the left back because he's done well there the other night. But it wasn't to be the case, and O'Shea played left back. I thought he done well. I thought he nullified Gareth Bale quite often when he got near him as well. I thought he actually handled that situation quite well. A couple of moments where he was kind of on the ball and stuff like that, in a wide position he's probably not used to, and looked a little bit ropey at times. But again, if you put him in centre back, I don't think you have any issues there. So I'll give Daryl O'Shea a 6. I'm going to give Jason Malumbi a 5. I didn't think he got going at all. I was expecting him to be a bit fired up. Maybe that's due to the club level, not getting games. Maybe he's a bit rusty. Looked well when he came on against England the other night, and then when he got his chance today, he just didn't really take it. I felt he is a good player. He will be a very good player for us. It's just he's just not getting a run at club level, and he's coming in playing international football, which is the highest standard you can get in football because it's the best players from every country. So I just think, yeah, he didn't have a great game, so he gets a 5 from me, and he got a yellow card, sorry, so he's out of the next game as well, so he's suspended for the next game against Bulgaria, so he can't play that game. Then I would give Jeff Hendrick a 3. I just think he just didn't do anything. I'd seen people in the comments when we were doing the live watch along saying he was okay, but ultimately I just didn't think that he was that good. I didn't think he showed a whole lot. He was far too busy kicking people than he was actually trying to make things happen for the team. And I just wonder, is this now starting to see the real decline of Jeff Hendrick in an Irish shirt, or is this just a blip and he's just gone through a bad patch like Shane Duffy? I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments. I just didn't think he was good and I got going tonight. Robbie Brady, I'm going to give a 6 to. I thought he was actually quite good. In spells, his delivery was really good tonight, and we just couldn't capitalise on it. Took a few shots from the edge of the area, pretty poor, so that probably brings his rating down a little bit. But I thought, from an influential point of view and trying to make things happen, I thought he was the one, the spark that was trying to make things happen. It didn't really happen, but he was the one trying to make things happen, so he gets a 6 from me. Then James McLean, he gets a 4 for me. It was just poor. A lot of the times he was trying to take players on, he was forgetting the ball or misplacing passes. I think he's getting found out at this level because he's very much, you know what he's going to do. He's a very predictable player at this level. Again, you might get away with things in the championship that you probably wouldn't get away with at the international level, and I think that's being shown now with him. So there was a couple of times where he could have got the ball in, wasn't beating the first man. I just think he had a poor performance tonight, which is a shame because I thought, this was the game made for him now to come in and get a good performance and maybe get a goal, but he just, nothing went for him tonight, nothing went for the team really tonight, nothing's gone for anyone today. Ireland under 21's losing, for me Shelburne losing, so not a whole lot's gone. Maybe I could be being harsh with these ratings as well, so you can let me know in the comments. But then on the right hand side, then you had Daryl Horgan, who I thought played well as well, and I give him a 6. I thought he done well. I thought he tried to make things happen. I thought he tried to be positive. I thought he tried to take his man on, but probably doesn't have the end product that we need. And again, I go back to international level. If I'm going to be harsh on McLean, I have to be harsh on Horgan. I feel he done more than probably McLean, but he seems to have more legs in him. He hassled well and pressed well and closed down well, but just ultimately wasn't to be the case today. So maybe on another day he does well. Maybe he'll do well against Bulgaria and hopefully get himself a goal or something, or an assist, because I think he needs it. It's for people to be more calling on him, to be in the squad and stuff. Then Adam Eade up front, I'm going to give him a 5. I thought he got bullied tonight. I don't think it's actually his fault. I don't think he was getting a lot of service, but I thought he got bullied and he got trampled on a few times. He went off with an injury, but he took a hiding tonight for the team, and I think he's doing a lot for the team at the moment and not for himself, in terms of he's taking a hiding and he's trying to be the one that's making the ball stick for the team, a lot like Dizzy would do. And I think it showed them when Collins came on the difference. You need to be big and physical, and Collins would be used to coming up against players like that, whereas I don't think Ida would be used to. I know he's starting to get a run the championship, but he actually hasn't played that many senior games for Norwich. So I just think we need to persist with Adam Ida. I think he will come good, but maybe it'd be no harm to leave him out of the game against Bulgaria, have Collins come in, because I think I'd give Collins probably a 6.5 or 7 actually from when he came on. He got a couple of chances and a couple of headers and stuff like that, so I think he done well and he was positive when he came on. The rest of the subs, I wouldn't really give too much of a rating to. Jason Knight done well when he came on. I thought he showed what he can do, so I'll give him a 6. But the rest of the subs then after that, I'm not really going to give a rating to. Jack Byrne didn't really get enough time on the pitch. Howard didn't really get enough time on the pitch, and O'Dowd. So that's been my player ratings. Let me know, are they too harsh? Are they fair? Let me know in the comments, or am I being too generous? Because I know a few of you said the other day I was being too generous. It's a bit of a bad day. I know Shells got relegated, and obviously the 2 defeats now, so I'm in a bad mood, so I might not show it because I have to try and keep a level head in some cases. But it's not been a good day for Irish football in general today. So anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe as well, and we'll speak to you all very, very soon.